we will have our technology experts, Mr. Neeraj Pandey, who is from Micro Focus. He will be joining. May I request Mr. Neeraj Pandey, who is Business Development Manager of Micro Focus, to speak now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Neeraj Chand Pandey. I'm Business Development Manager from Micro Focus. I'm primarily involved into all the security, government security projects and key value what is needed to secure your digital India. So just to give a background about what we want to discuss in this session, first of all, I would like to thank all of you to be here in Uttarakhand and Dehradun. I'm proud to share that I'm native to this place. And what thing inspired me, and that is something which is into my DNA, is the hospitality to the people to greet. So with this, I welcome back again, and I hope you will capture good memories being here. Okay, so keeping your agenda back to the track to secure digital India, if you've seen how the cybersecurity got evolved, it is getting evolved with a lot of new threat vectors in the dynamic landscape. And we want, the Micro Focus framework is all about to protect security, what matters most. We know we want to protect anything or everything, but it doesn't work in that way. So holistically, what we need to look at, what matters most for us. And these are identities, application, and data. So when we're talking about identities involving all what you have the access and what access you have. So the complete insight, the bird eye view, your internal employee, your contractors, your external users, what access they are having and how they are managing it. So you're getting the complete insight about your identities. We know applications. Application is the core of any organization. So any kind of interaction, communication, any organization would like to do with the citizens, they want to do the services, is all the applications. So application is something where you have to make sure that development operation is embedded with the security. You're hardening the surface of your application. So that is another focus area for the securing digital India. Last not the least, data. We know data is the crown jewel of the organization. And bad guy want to exploit, monetize, exfiltrate this data. But the difficult is just to get the insight which data is important and which is not. So on this line, what we have the 4 pillars, what we focus, and provide a niche area to providing the security framework for the digital India. Looking at this security operation, so we have witnessed that how the security operations or the kind of cyber attack evolved from reactive to proactive and predictive. So we can expect what kind of attack, because the kind of different decades we have seen these up and downs, high and lows, and change in the behavior on the cyber attack. Every alternate day, there is an attack. So what we bring, and there's an initiative from the Government of India in the smart cities, safe cities, the state data centers. They're investing to provide the integrated command and control centers to give a real-time visibility about those cyber attacks. So one thing, how you can have to reduce your exposure time, getting detected all those attacks, and then taking actions. And these actions right now are getting programmed. So there is not a need of army of the security operation team to manage, tackle, and handle these kind of attacks. It is more to get programmed, to get automated, and doing all the analytics on top of it. So this is what we are carrying, and it is for a lot of customers which already onboarded and adopted security operation center in the data center, while they want it to get more intuitive in nature. So they're getting to 2.0. They want the new capability which got introduced during the COVID time, and also which is the future of the security, has to be embedded and has to be plugged and to be upgraded. So that is what we are having with the security operation. Now, other thing what we have seen, there's a lot of emphasis and the push for the openness in the design. There might be a certain feed which you want to get ingested, because we know that known problem is having a known solution. But how about something which we have not learned? something which we have not defined. And that is what is coming with the analytics, the machine learning. The machine will learn the behavior by its own. And we can take these kind of feed from not our in-house, but any third-party solutions. So this cyber threat intelligence feed coming from the various sources, providing the complete MITRE framework, which is the complete adversary ecosystem, is embedded in the platform. Now, as we have seen the kind of volume, velocity, and the variety of security events are getting ingested, it is having a requirement to provide threat hunting and providing a security data lake, which will be a source of truth, all the cyber incident. In case if there would be any artifacts has to be submitted to the regulatories, to the auditors, those data has to be available for the security team in a tamper-proof storage. So this holistically the idea to provide a fusion center, a cyber defense operations center, or we call it security operations center to provide a real-time monitoring. The other area, application security, we have seen every alternate day, the government is issuing a new application. So you talk about Bheem, Parivan, all new applications. These applications are getting developed and getting constantly updated with the new features, capabilities. But with the rate of change, with the velocity of the changes, which is getting through with the application, it is pretty difficult to manage the security hand in hand. Now, that is lagging behind and giving the scope of the backdoor to exploit your application. Now, attack is not on your perimeter. It is not L2, L3, or L4. It is on layer 7. So application is an easy target for any hacker, any attacker. And that's where we have to more focus on how application can be secured. So what we takes care of, your complete hardening the surface of application. If there would be any attack which is happening on your application while your coder or the developer writing a code, programmer writing a code, that is getting secured in your development phase. You're testing of the application because your application is getting go live. So you want all the vulnerability to get exposed and to get exploited because those vulnerability has to be fixed in your testing phase before getting go live. So application security is very key initiative, and we have seen many of the projects where customer is keen to know about it. Identities, as we had talked about, it's the complete governance, and what we follow as a strategy, zero trust. You cannot trust even super admin, power admin. So what we want, we have to give a least privilege access while providing the security authentication with complete insight about those identities. So your users are getting onboarded. Your user, maybe your internal employee are getting onboarded. You have a project which is the user or the group of the user are getting onboarded and getting deboarded. They are getting all the insight, all the access right, and then that they have to revoke. So the complete life cycle of your identities are getting managed with the identity governance. You want all your remote users. Right now, if you look at the pandemic situation, which is almost got over, still, they're giving a lot of remote access, the VPN access, and they are logging from anywhere. How you can secure that the user which are logging is with the authorized device, which is device fingerprinting. It is from a valid location, geofencing. It is having the right access and the advanced authentication, the step-up authentication, risk scoring for those users. So that is what we talk about as identity management. And the data, what we talked about, the data at the time of the inception, at the time of it is getting discovered, it has to get protected. So while it is in use, it is in transit and in motion. So we take care of the data governance while protecting your data, ensuring all the sensitive data, which would be your Aadhaar number, email ID, personal identification information, is protected with your data governance and protection. We know the machine learning and the analytics is completely based on the data model. So the unstructured data is getting managed with the analytics and the machine learning engine. So this is just to give a perspective about how the equation from the user is getting managed with the application, and the application is getting stored the data into a data. So with this, I want to just summarize how we are managing the identities. We are having the complete control and managing with the identity vault. We are securing your application throughout DevSecOps cycle, and we are discovering your right set of the data which has to get secured. With this, I'm ending up my session, and we'll meet up in 101 in the breakout sessions. Thank you.